Hello folks, welcome to the channel Jose. Today we're gonna show you or give you an idea how to replace these belts on a 2000 Mercedes-Benz C230. And for that is two different sizes. They're serpentine belt, they're not B groove, and we're gonna show you or give you an idea and how to replace them. The bigger one drives a few more items, is the power steering pump, the AC, and the water pump. The smaller one, which is more outside, it drives the alternator. So we're gonna give you an idea how to do it and what tools you need for this simple job, folks. Okay, so we're gonna change the belts on these 2000 Mercedes C230, and for that, this is a 4-cylinder engine and it's two serpentine belts, and we're gonna change them. And for that, we're gonna need a E10 socket for that tensioner, and for that other tensioner for the alternator, which is down there, way down there. So we're gonna show you the process. And that's all you need. E10 socket with a ratchet, and as you can see, this belt is in bad shape, so we're gonna change it because that can snap anytime and it can leave you stranded on the road. So we're just gonna have to also pull this clip right here and this clip right here to pull the fan shroud up, so we can have more access to those tensioners and be able to maneuver the belts off and into the engine. So with that said, we'll show you the tools, the socket, how it looks, and what tools we're gonna need in the process. Okay folks, so the tools that we're gonna be using is a pliers, a flathead screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver. That's to pull the clips of the shroud, so we can be able to pull the shroud out. So we don't know which one we can use, but we gotta have those. And we're gonna need a ratchet. We got an extendable ratchet 3/8, and then we have the set of E sockets, but the one we're gonna be using is the E10, and this is how it looks. It looks like a star. So this is for the tensioner, so we can put it on the tensioner and we can take the tension off the belt so we can slide it off. So that's about the tools that we're gonna be using for this job. And make sure you got the belt for this job as well. So this is the reason why we replace these belts on this car. If your belt looks like this and you're starting to notice some cracks, on your car, like the belt like this, replace it. And this is just one part of the belt. Imagine the whole belt, how many options it has to snap on pieces. So you don't want to end up on the side of the road, or even worse, with the overheated engine where you got to spend thousands of dollars. So you replace a belt that it costs you a few dollars, and you save an engine from overheating. So before we start getting into the job, we got to make sure that we have the engine cold, so we don't burn ourselves with the hoses if the car was driven. So first we have to do is we got to pull these pins or these clips off straight up, this one and this one over here, so we can take the fan shroud out, and that can give us access or more space to work on the belt. Okay folks, so once you have taken off the two clips on the top holding the shroud towards the radiator, we're gonna have to take this hose off of this area and then move it out to the back and slide the shroud straight up. So the shroud is held in the bottom by this leg and this leg, which are slid into that groove and that other groove on the other side. So there's two holding grooves in the bottom for this shroud, and then on the top is held by these two clips, one on each side. So that's all it is to it. Okay folks, so one thing I noticed that when you're taking the belt off of the alternator, what you want to do is you want to use a small extension with the E10 socket and your ratchet, and you're gonna have to get it from the front of the fan. So you guide it in and you put it over that bolt, but you're in front of the fan, so that's why you're gonna have to, this is gonna give you the clean leverage, but you want to make sure that you don't hit your radiator so you don't bend the fins. So once you get it on, then you turn and you get the tension off of the belt and you take the belt off of the pulleys. So use a small extension. As you can see, I'm going through the fan so you don't have to take the fan off of there. Okay folks, so once you take the belt off of the alternator, before you start moving on to taking out the other belt off, because the sizes, you want to make sure that you take them out and you measure it. This one looks that they're about the size, so the new one, sometimes they look smaller, but that's because they haven't been stretched out. So you measure it. This is the alternator, you measure it, it looks good, and then you move on to take off the other one, because this one cannot be installed before the other one is taken off. So we take the second belt off and then we measure it, and then we start putting back the alternator for the power steering back on, but we want to make sure that this is the right size. Okay folks, so now we have removed the belt for the alternator. So now with that belt in, we can remove the other belt that is for the power steering and for the AC. So with that, we don't use the extension, we're just gonna use the E10 socket with the ratchet. I'm using a short one so it can go underneath the hose once I release the tension on it. So we put it on through the stud of the tensioner, the E10. So as you notice, this time I'm not going behind the fan, I'm not going behind between the fan and the radiator. I'm going between the engine and the fan. So what we do is we take the tension off, and now we can slide the belt off of the engine. Wanna give this out that once you're taking the belt off, which I just took it off from one pulley and the tensioner, make sure you draw out a diagram on how the belt is on the pulleys, because once you take it off, and if you don't remember, you're gonna try to figure it out. So make a little drawing and have a diagram of what the belt look like once it needs to go back in the engine. So that way you just get a quick tip, or you save yourself some time or a headache on how the belt was installed on the engine when you took it off. So when you put the new one, you just look at that diagram and you start wrapping it around the pulleys the way it came off. And also for the alternator pulley on that belt, so make another diagram for that, so you got two belts so you don't get into trouble. Okay folks, so there's two sides of belts on this, serpentine belts on this car. There's the longer one, which is more internal, it goes more inside, that drives the fan, the power steering pump, and your AC. This is the longer one, and the shorter one just drives your alternator pulley. So there's two different sizes. So once you get the smaller out, the alternator, it lets you take the bigger belt off. So you got to start backwards. Now you got to put the bigger one in first and then the smaller one in first. So there's two sides of belts. You got to make sure once you take them out, you measure them so you get them close enough, or you get the right size in. So you, before you start putting the belt on, you know you got the right size of belt for what you're replacing. Okay folks, so now we have we're gonna put the first belt, which is the bigger one, which drives the fan, the power steering pump, and the AC, and we're gonna put it on, and we're gonna show you a little bit of how we put it on. And with you remembering or drawing the diagram of how the belt goes, that's gonna save you some headaches of trying to figure out which pulley goes how the belt goes on. So we'll put it on. This one here, and then this one. Okay folks, so we have installed the belt, the serpentine belt that goes for the power steering and the AC, and you make sure that it's on the grooves before you release the tension, so that way when you spin the engine, it doesn't spit it out or starts wearing down you can have a bad scenario with that belt. So once you put that on and it's ready to go, we put the alternator belt on, and to take the bigger belt off, you gotta remove the smaller belt for the alternator off. Otherwise, you won't be able to remove it or put it on. So that you have to always do the outside belt out first to get to the more inside belt on. So now we put the other belt on, and then we'll show you the final product. Going over this. Let's go over. Yeah. So we'll be in. Okay. Okay folks, so now we have installed both belts. The outside one, which is the alternator one, but there's a pulley down there which is really low right there, and that's, I believe that's one of them is the supercharge, or the due to the system for the intake on this car, so it's driven by the belt. So I'm not too sure about that, but I put it the way it came out, so the way it went in is the same exact way. So we put it on for the power steering and the AC as well. So you gotta make sure that the belt is following the pattern that they came out, and also you wanna make sure that it's not overlapping on the pulley, so when you spin the engine, it doesn't spit it out or it starts damaging the edge of the belt. So we have put on both of this belt. Easy process. The hardest part of it is just figuring out how the belts are installed on the engine. That's why you gotta draw an image of it on in your mind, or draw it on paper, so that way you follow the same pattern, so it doesn't, sometimes it doesn't fit because it's the right size, but you're following a different pattern trying to put it back on the car. Okay folks, so we saw that the belts spun, the engine spun with no problem. So now what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna put the fan shroud back on, so that will finalize the process of replacing the belts on this Mercedes-Benz. So we don't put the fan shroud until we make sure that those belts spin freely for a few seconds. So then if any problems, we can adjust it at this point. But because everything went smooth, so everything's back on, the tensioners are right on place, everything's on, so we're gonna put the shroud, and that should finalize this process. Okay folks, so now we're gonna put the fan shroud back in, and remember that there's two little tabs in the bottom that they guide. So we guide those first, and then we put the clips on the top, and that will secure the fan shroud to the radiator. folks, hopefully this video was informative, and hopefully you find this video interesting or give you an idea how to replace these belts on a 2000 Mercedes-Benz C230. And for that, it was 2 belts, and the most important thing is remember how the belts are installed on the engine. If you can remember, draw a diagram so it helps you out when you're putting the belts back on. And also use the right tools for the right job, because if you use different pliers for the tensioner, you're gonna strip it out and you're gonna damage it. So remember, it's an E10 socket for the tensioner. And with that said, hopefully this video was useful. If you like it, give us thumbs up, share it, and we'll see you soon with more videos here in our canal, el Channel Jose.